Well, it's nearly Christmas. What does the front of your place looks like? It won't be long before the rellos are going to come round and they'll come to the front door. They're just about to go to ring the bell and they'll go, look at Barry's place. Doesn't it look awful? Wouldn't you think that Barry, you know, he did do art at school. Wouldn't you think he could do a little bit better? Well, have a good long look at it, because we're going to give this the really good Christmas tart up. Quick, not too pricey, but effective. These are those sort of fibre cementy, fiberglass type pots which come in the most wonderful colours. Really create a fabulous effect wherever you're putting them, or at the very worst, memorable. Now, this is a new variety of verbena. This particular one is called candy cane. Remember those walking stick-like things they call candy canes in America? Now, these tend to have almost a two-dimensional growth habit, growing out to one side. So I'll put the biggest one that's spreading out fairly uniformly in the middle. So that's your large one. Then I've got two slightly smaller ones, which we'll put at either end just to give us the fill we want. Now, you may be tempted when you're thinking of putting plants like this for a temporary decoration around the front door or whatever at Christmas time, to just sit the whole pot inside the larger pot and leave it at that. The fact is, over Christmas, you're likely to get stuck into a bit of grog of one sort or another and stay up late and tell swap stories of days of yore and all that sort of stuff, and then sleep in for 3 days and not water the plants and they'll all die. So do pot them up correctly. It gives them more water to live on. Now, there's still a stack more things to pot up. Remember, nothing succeeds like excess. It's going to look good. Now, I've got this box tree which sort of shaped a bit like a Christmas tree, and we're going to put it in this pot, which is a tad small and therefore it's a tad naughty, but this, if you've got to do it, this is how you do it. For root pruning, sharp spade, you sharpen it on a bench grinder. That's as sharp as a knife, by the way. Now, you're much better off to just trim the roots with a sharp spade. You often see people teasing out the roots with their fingers and all that. That damages the roots and it's bad for the tree. The other one is, if you're wondering, should you always trim the roots before you plant anything? No. Unless it's going to grow into a very big tree, it really doesn't make any difference at all. So we'll just go around and shave it off. Take too much off. Last thing, get it very upright because it is all geometry. And now it's got to watch the watering for probably 3 weeks. You need to be very careful because of all the roots you cut off. Make sure it doesn't want for water. That's it, that's perfect. Now, let's have a look at what we've done. A very deep red mandevilla, I love them, they're climbers. Nemesias, beautiful perfume, sort of vanilla-ish. We've got some white daisies, the verbena, that one, candy cane. Now, if you're wondering about these are paper tea lights, little tea candles inside them, but don't worry, the paper is fire retardant. Then the lovely little buxus, which fills in the role of a small Christmas tree, all on the red stuff and so on. So it's a fairly basic sort of thing, but your entrance looks a bit special now. There's less than 1 hour's work in doing this. How much money you want to spend, well, it's up to you. You can get all sorts of different things, but a little bit of an effort like this, and when they arrive, you'll be smiling like, is it Joe? Show us your smile, Joe. What do you think, Joe? Does your house look magic and Christmassy? It does. Well, there you are. If you want to light up your little Joe for the happiest Christmas of his life, this is what you do at the front door.